All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of me doing CCNA lab. Today is day 27, OSPF part number 2. So last time we did part 1, really basics configuration just to get you started. I feel like also refreshing from what I have learned so far from all of these videos, all of this time. So we're going to configure the step 1 and 2. So we're going to do that right now. So what we want to do first is the host name, enable configuration terminal, and then we're going to change the name of this router to R1. You can see here now is R1, and we go into assign the IP address of each interface and then enable that. So interface G0/0. What we want to do is add the IP address for that, and dot 0.12.1/30. So that would be 252. Let's double check here. Yep. And then we're going to do no shutdown to enable the interface. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing for another interface here. Okay. And then we're gonna skip this one for now. And then we're gonna exit. We're gonna create a loopback interface. How to do that is just type interface loopback and then call it a 1. You call it anything. You could call it from 1 to I believe 65, 635. Oh no, actually more than that. 0 to this number. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. Interface 1. Okay. So we could do show ifix interface brief. We should see the loopback created it. Each interface have IP addresses. Okay. And then did I do no shutdown on this one? I don't think I did no shutdown. That's why I say it's not up yet. It's down. Okay, so what we're gonna do is exit, right? And then you're gonna enter interface F1/0 and then do no shutdown, right? So now we do it again. It should say up. Okay, so this is good. We need to assign the IP address for the loopback. So in this case, we're going to do exit again, just because we need to get out of that previous interface configuration. Now we're gonna type interface L1 for shortcut, and then we're gonna do IP address 1.1.1, 255.255.255.250. I think the 255/30, right? 32, sorry. So that is that. And then we don't have to do no shutdown here because it's a loopback interface, so it's automatically always going to be up by default. So we're going to leave it like this. So if we want, we can do this again and double check everything. See, it's up, everything is up. So for this R1, everything looks good. We're going to go back and configure this later on. All right, looks good for R1. We're going to go to R2 here. We're going to do the same thing. Enable configuration T, G0/0, IP address, then 0.12.2. Same thing, and then no shutdown. Okay, and then same thing for interface F10, IP address. Oops. Just double checking. 10.0.2.4.1, yep, /255, 252, then no shutdown. Okay, we're going to hit exit here, type exit, interface loopback. We're gonna call it a 2 because it's router 2, and then do show IP interface brief to see the table. Again, I forgot to assign the loopback, so I go back. Sometimes I do this on purpose so that I can really learn and troubleshoot. So IP address 2.2.2.2, 255.255.255.255. Now do this again. I should see everything that is configured. All right. I mean, you can see here it's all green now too, right? Except this one, and this. If I configure this side, then it will work just fine. Same thing. Interface. We're just gonna create a loopback first for now. Loopback 3. IP address for that loopback 3.3.3.3. 255.255.255.255 because it is /32. And then F1/0, and then IP address, and then 0.13.2. Make sure you double check the typo. And then a /30, so it's 252. And then did you know shutdown? So you could see here the bowl now have the they understand, right? We're going to do the same thing for another one. f2/0 IP address, then .0, .34, .1, 255 .252, and then no shutdown. Okay, we're gonna do show IP interface brief to make sure everything configured correctly, and indeed it is. Okay, last but not least, interface. Create a loopback first. Loopback, call it a 4. Assign IP, just like that. That should already up. Interface, I'm going to configure the F1 right now, and then F2 later. IP address, 10.0.2.4.2. Okay, no shutdown. Interface, F20. IP address, oops, dot 2/30, so that's why it's 252. Shut down. Okay, let's do show IP interface brief. All right, look like everything looks good. Also, we need to configure G0/0, so we need to do that as well now. 192.168.4.254, and then 255.255.255.0. Double check, looks good, and then do no shutdown. Okay. Then we could do this one again. So everything should be up. Looks good. So part 1 and 2 is good, and we're gonna do part 3 in a bit. We're gonna maybe I'm not shut it down. Just gonna continue then. So enable OSPF directly on each interface. You could do that. So let's start with number 1. Exit. Okay, let's do it again. Clear things out. I think this time what we want to do is we're going to target all the interface, right? Because he's asking us to do it on each interface of the router. Okay. To enable that, we need to do interface. Well, first we need to target the interface that we want to target. Range. So we could create loopback 1 already, which is good. I believe I didn't create interface 3, so let me do that. G3/0 IP address. I wonder if I should do that actually. Should I do it? Should I do it? That's a good question. Okay, I don't think I need to do that. Okay. Then we could just continue with what we left off right earlier. Interface range. We go into target G0/0. We're going to target F1/0. We're going to target L1, right? I think, yeah, L1, we create L1. So these are the 3 we created earlier. Okay. And then we hit enter, we select all that. And then whatever that range that we select is, we're going to enable the OSPF. So by typing IP OSPF and then call the process ID of 1, whatever you want, and then don't forget the area is 0, so we do 0. Okay. So I believe we exclude the G3 0 because I don't think the protocol need to know the ISP number. I think that's my understanding. And then we need to do passive interface. Okay. Can we do passive interface through here? I don't think so. Okay, so in that we need to do IP. I think IP router. No, IP. No, router OSPF 1 that we create. Okay, there you go. And then if you do passive interface, there you go. And then we're going to call it L1. I mean, we want to prevent OSPF from sending the hello message. So that's why we do this to the L1. We don't need to do for the loopback, right? So basically don't waste resource on that. No need. Okay, so we're good with this, I think. we're gonna do the same thing for um, each router. Okay, what's the next one? You configure all the bandwidth of each router. Okay. I mean, I'm attempting to just create all I want like this. But, enable T interface range G0/0, and then comma. Wait, what happened? What just happened? Something wrong. Okay, that's weird. Okay. F1/0, and then don't forget the loopback too. And then we're gonna do IP OSPF. Doesn't matter. You can call it 2, 3. Doesn't matter. Call it 1 here. And then area 0. Yep. And then okay. And then you go into the router OSPF 1. Now switch back to the router OSPF configuration, and then do passive interface L2. Okay. Straightforward. Do that and do the L3 here. So I think I'm going to cut the video right after step 3. And I'll create another video for the 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. So next one, interface range. Range F1. Two, and then L3. Oh, my bad. /0. Okay, and then do IP OSPF 1 area 0, and then IP OSPF 1. Hold on here. IP OSPF 1. Wait. Wait. Gonna. Oh, I do a router. Okay. I guess that still work. Fine. I mean, you want to do it directly. I think that's what he wants us to do directly. So that means we need to do just this and then passive interface. I think. And then do L3. Okay. You know what? I'm just confused. My bad. Let's interface L3. Right. Okay. Interface configuration. T. Interface range. We're gonna select F1 0 and F2 0 and G0/0. Okay. And then we're going to do IP OSPF 1 area 0, and then we're going to do router OSPF. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it does that. Router OSPF 1, right? And then passive interface. It's going to be all L4 and G0/0. Okay. L4 G0/0. Okay, so I can't do that. I do this and then do one more time. There you go. Okay. All right, guys, welcome back. So I had to use the bathroom. Now I'm back. Okay, so I believe we left off at we finished step 3. We're going to do step 4. Configure the reference bandwidth on each router to a fast. So a fast Ethernet interface have a cost of 100. So how to create a cost of 100? I believe the formula is the reference bandwidth divided by interface bandwidth. So we want to have 100, meaning we need to take a 10,000 divided by 100, right? Okay. Do 10,000 divided by 100. That would leave us with 100. So that's what we're going to be using. So now we're going to do this. Configuration terminal. We're gonna do interface router OSPF 1, and then read the bandwidth. Is it auto cost reference bandwidth of 1,000, no 10,000, just like this. Okay, please ensure it's consistent of all routers. Okay, that's really important. Make sure the bandwidth for all routers is 100. Right, we're gonna do the same thing for that one. I'm gonna go ahead and do the next step for the R1 because it's asking to configure the ASBR and to advertise the default route into the OSPF domain. So to do that, I think we need to exit interface P30, and then we're gonna do default. Hold on, actually, router OSPF. Let's do router OSPF 1. Just do that. Default, yeah, default information. Originate. There you go. Okay, I always confused with that somehow. Just gonna get my memory back here. IP. So to assign the default gateway, you need to type IP route. Okay, and then straightforward. I think it's 4. Yeah, 4 octet. And then subnet mask would be another 4 octet. And then the next is the next hop. So the next hop is this IP to the ISP. So 203.0.11.3. I think .2. Yeah, .2. IP route. Okay. Interesting. Why? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 203.0.113.2. Oh, oh. Okay. We exit it out like this, right? And then we do IP route. Okay. IP route, just like that. Yep. God, I'm hungry. I can't think straight right now. All right, 203.0.13.2. There you go. Okay, I think it works now. Okay, let's just go back to R2 here to configure the reference bandwidth here. So let's do that real quick. And then I'm gonna do a little troubleshoot for ping. Okay. I think the router OSPF1. What did I type earlier? Yeah, router OSPF1. So router OSPF1, router OSPF1. Okay, and then we're gonna do our cost reference bandwidth of 10,000. Okay, yep. Gonna do the same thing for this one. Enable the, and then auto cost reference bandwidth of 10,000 to get 100 cost, and then oops. Okay, I hate when that happened. I forgot the space here. I have to wait for a little bit. Well. Okay. So configuration terminal, router OSPF1, and then our cost reference bandwidth of 10,000. That's that. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is ping. I'm gonna ping here. Okay, let ping. Ping 203.0.13.2, and then speed it up. I got a timeout. Why? Because I believe earlier I did not configure this interface, right? to be honest, I was just focusing on the ISP, but I forgot that it has its own interface right here. So what we're going to do is create that G3/0, assign the IP 203.0.113.1/30, so 55.55.252, and then we're going to do no shutdown. Hello, you can see here. So now I'm gonna fast forward and then go back here. I'm gonna guess it's gonna work. So let's do it. Come on. Timeout. And okay. No, it did not work. Why? See here. Oh, of course. Um, I thought I did assign this thing. My bad. The okay. Once again, 192.168.4.0.0.254. The address it's already been in use. Oh, guy, I'm tired. I am tired. My bad. I am tired. 68.4.1. There you go. And then don't forget to configure the static. I mean the gateway for this, which is 192.168.4.254. All right. Now let's do it. Let's do this. Fast forward. Boom! I got a reply. Yes. Great. It works. Everything works. Okay. Check the routing table of all four. All right. Do that. Exit. I don't have to exit, but to be honest, do show IP route. All right. So check the routing table of all four. What is the default route we're at? 10024 R2. Default route right here. 0000. Okay. What's the routing table for? Checking the routing table for what default routes were added. Okay. I don't know. To be honest, I need to check like what is this all about. Okay, use the simulation mode to view OSPF Hello system by the router. What field are included in Hello message? Okay, simulations mode. Let's do it this way. Okay, let's ping again. Okay. First is the broadcast. Okay, once we do all that, wait a minute, let me go back here. OSPF. Okay, OSPF reply, and then come back. Okay, how do I check? Do I click one? Okay, yes, I click one. Okay, these are PDU details. Okay, right here, PDF Hello. Router 3, type 1, version 2. Everything is here. So what field? So everything here. These are the field, I believe. Yes. So what field is included in the hello message? Okay. I think this is why you don't want to waste resource to like loopback interface, because there's no point, right? It's just no point. I think loopback is just for like troubleshooting purposes. But yeah, these are the field. Check some network mask, backup, router dead timing, 40-second. This is 40-second. Neighbor connect to all four. Router ID, the loopback ID. Okay, and then the length is 48. Okay. Yeah, this is cool. All right then. I guess we could call it successful. Maybe, I don't know. But I feel like it is successful because I able to ping. Right, I mean we could check. Stop the ping. Real mode, let's go real mode real quick or real time. And then we can do tracer. Tracer 203.0.11. Oh my god, 113.2. Okay, so so fast that it's like literally takes 0 seconds. So we'll start from here, travel up, right? 242, right? Oops. So 10.0.24 up here, and then go to the next hop, which is 10.12.1, and then reach a destination. You know what I'm gonna do? Just to heck of it, I'm going to disable all two, right? I'm going to disable all two here. Configuration terminal, okay, and then I'm gonna do G00, okay, G00 because that's the way it's going. Okay, now I'm gonna do shutdown. Let's do shutdown. let's do shutdown. I'm expecting it to go this way. Okay, let's see what happened here. Come on. What did I say? So we'll go from here, 34.1, and then we go from 13.1 right here, and then we go to our destination. So this thing works. Don't forget to bring it back up. I'm gonna do that right now. Instead of shutdown, do no shutdown. Boom. So it back up, and it should work now. Okay, I know the video is really long, but I think it's great for learning. Hope you're learning if you're watching. If not, don't worry. This video is for my own self in the future. I take time to do this, so um, if you find this helpful, great. I'm happy to share. But until next time, we're going to do step 3 next time or part 3 next time. So yeah, peace out.